everyone, welcome to another series of iGebra's YouTube show wherein you get candid with me, Akriti. So today we have a very special guest with us. We have our math educator, Manoj over here, who is joining us for the second time. The first time with you, Manoj, was a huge success, and we really hope that you would do your magic again this time. So, how are you feeling on being a part of this show?
Oh, it feels great to be back on the show, back again talking, something which I like to do. And as you said, last show was a hit. I hope this is a super hit.
Yes, here's hoping totally. Uh,
Yes.
so, a lot of people come up to me, and a lot of viewers have this question in mind that what are the things to keep in mind before our child begins to code? Today in this segment, we are focusing on the things to keep in mind before you start coding. So, for this, we have our expert, Manoj over here. So, Manoj, the first question I want to ask you is that at what age do you think children can start learning code?
Okay. So I I won't say the perfect like an age, but what I feel nowadays is the kids that are newborn, right? They are way smarter than us in terms of technology, in terms of handling technology. Like
Yes,
in our times, they might be handling mobile phones better than us. In
correct.
our times, we didn't knew these all things, right? We have just learned it through. And they
Correct.
are at a learning stage. They are seeing this technology coming up, and let's say if a baby girl or boy, whatever, she wants to search something on the YouTube, right? They like to watch their cartoons, videos or something. Now they might not know the spelling of it, they might not know the word of it. Still they know, okay, if we click the voice button and if we speak, we can basically access that video, right? If they like, just for example, they want to watch a Shinchan video, right? So they just go there and write Shinchan videos, and next thing you see, there are thousands of videos. They'll
They can
play one
also
and
use
start
the
watching.
speaker mode to
Yeah,
search.
they can. Yes, they can use speaker mode. That much how smart they are already, right? We never taught them, hey, you can do this or that. They already figure it out. And when it comes to coding, like they are giving commands there in the YouTube whenever they search. Same thing becomes with coding. Coding is nothing but giving a command, right? We
Hmm.
want to just give a like just as it's as simple as, hey, can you get me a glass of water? Telling this, and the guy who someone gets you a glass of water. That's what is coding in a very simple language. What if I would have been put, even they might not know this, right? Their parents tell them, hey, go and study. That's a command, they execute it. That's coding. So I feel that from age 6 or 7, their brain starts to develop, right? They know that, okay, if I give a command, something will execute, something will happen. So from there, they can learn some basic coding, like basic words. And coding is nowadays coding. Some people feel so it's very hard or something. It's just simple words which we talk in our daily languages. It's what is involved over there. So from maybe from 6 or 7 years when their mind is just developing, we
That
can
young.
help. Yeah, that young, we can help them make some logics, build their creativity becomes a bigger aspect. And if they are solving, if I just tell them to make maybe a square or maybe a Indian flag,
Hmm.
then they focus on it. How can we make it first they draw it, then how can we make it via code? So they, it helps to build their focus also. So this is what I feel like from 6 7 they can get into it.
Okay, great, great. So 6 and 7 years old can actually start learning coding. So
Yes.
another question that I want to ask you is that we all know that math and coding are interrelated, right? Very
Yeah.
important, and they are, hand in hand with each other. But is math a requisite for learning coding? Without math, can you not learn coding or, something like that? You have to be very good in math, something.
Hmm. Yeah, I won't say like you can't learn coding without math. Some bit of math is required, right? You should at least know the numbers. Like one to whenever we want to order something somewhere, if we want to give commands, again, the things come back to commands. We should know
Yes,
some numbers, right? The unique thing which we speak. You should not, it's not necessary you be a master in mathematics and then you learn coding. That's
right.
just a myth. That's just a myth, I would say, that you first become master at mathematics and then you learn coding. It will be long time gone. You'll just So the world will run ahead of you. So it's
Correct.
not that you can get master over it, but again, it's something maths is required, but not a lot of it, but some part of it, like some numbers, some addition, subtraction, some things which I guess say 6, 7 kids know about numbers. They know about how to add on fingers or
Basic,
something. They went,
basic
yeah, some basics, right?
knowledge.
So you can go out there and maybe write some basic codes or something which would help. Plus, mathematics, maths is like more of a visual coding also is what is there in today's world, right? Like I would talk more in general terms, not for the kids. Visual coding, as in if you just want to make a web page or something, then you don't need uh, calculus or trigonometry level mathematics. Some basic maths is required, that will do. If I talk about general things, there are many math built-in functions in programming languages where you don't, if let's say I just want to find a square root of 225, not necessary that you should know the perfect method of finding it. Just write a one line code and you'll get the answer. So again, the manual work, even if you don't know it, it's fine, but some basic thing is what is required.
Okay, so not the complex part, but a
Not the
basic
complex
knowledge
part. Yeah.
would
Yes.
be okay.
Yes.
So, because when we think about coding, with the help of coding, we can create pages, websites, and beautiful things, right? A lot of art also. So,
Yeah.
do you need to have that creative side of yours in order to, excel in coding? Um, is it
Excellent.
required? Yeah,
Yeah, excel in coding. If you want to excel in any part of your life, the creativity things need to be there, right?
correct.
Because that is something which adds your flavor to it,
Hmm.
right? When we cook food, if two people are cooking food, they won't cook the same taste. It won't taste same. Everyone
Right.
has their own way of adding spices, own way of mixing vegetables or some things, right?
True.
So creativity becomes very important, right? Okay, so as I was talking, that creativity is nothing but you add your own style to it. Now I'll show you some creative robot things which our kids have created, and I'll tell you how different it is creatively. Okay. Okay. So as I was saying, that creativity involves own personal style, own personal uniqueness in it. So
Correct.
I'll show you some codes made by our kids. Then how I'll show you how different it is. Okay.
Okay.
And it's all things with all basic commands.
Great. Great.
Okay. So this is created by one of our yeah, I hope you can see the screen. This
Yes.
is created by one of our kids. Like he's very much into cricket.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Me too.
And he created this World Cup. And believe me, I have told him nothing. Okay, I told let's create something, and this is what you have, like you can see it almost looks like a real one.
Real.
Correct. The shades that is given and all. So
Shine, the
it's
shading, the 3D
yes.
effect.
Yes, and at that time England won the World Cup, so then he came up with, okay, we'll put this flags, this red stripes on it. So this is something creatively he has made it. It's his own flavor to it.
How
This is
old
someone who
was
loves
this
cricket.
child?
He was in seventh grade,
Okay.
so 13 years old, 12 to 13 years of old.
Yeah, 12 or 13 years old, right?
Yeah, yes. And now someone loves football. I'll just run this, okay? Now someone's loves football, and we came up with this. And just it's a goal. Okay, a ball is moving, and the moment it goes there and stuck, so this is something again creativity. Again, this is not something which I have told them to do it. This is something which came from their side. Again, now there's another kid who loves to fly. Okay, they are more interested in flying, so they are more interested about aeroplanes. How does an aeroplane fly or something? So they came up with this.
Wow.
Again, now this is total an art, right? It's just made up of some triangles, squares, and it's involves maths, right? So again, this creativity, it's all personal taste, personal interest that we have shown here. So this is something which creativity comes into picture and own personal style comes into the picture.
Great, great. I think everyone would have got some idea that what are the things that you can create with the help of coding. So,
Yes.
last but not the least, I want to ask you that To a layman, how would you explain coding? Is it science? Is it an art? How do I explain a layman about what is coding all about?
Oh, great. Good question. Okay, it's obviously an art. Okay, but to a layman, if I have to say, it's a language. It's nothing else than a language. The way we are talking, we are using English as a language to talk. There are
Understand?
people using Hindi, English. Same way, there is a coding language also. Okay, so just give me like, I'll just show you something
Yes.
on language. Okay, so on language, in English, if we want someone to go ahead, how do we say? We just tell him to go forward.
Good. Yes.
Yeah, and here you go. The turtle goes forward. If in
Okay.
English we want someone to come back, what do we say? Hey,
Back.
come back, right? Right, back. And here it goes ahead, then comes back, right? Now in English, if we want someone to hop, how do you say? Hop.
Yeah.
Same thing, hop.
Jump. Yes.
So again, you go forward 100, hop.
Okay.
If in English, yeah, it's as easy as we are talking, right? If I want you to write, hey, let's write, hi, this show is super hit. How do you write? How do I tell you to write? I just tell you, hey, Akriti, can you write? Same thing, right? I'll just write, this show is super hit, or not super hit, super hit. Okay, and you run this, and here goes. The
Wow.
turtle writes, this show is super hit. So it's as simple as it. We
How's it?
just talk, and
Just
all of this, just language, nothing else, right? And we know that there might be different languages to communicate with the computer. So it's just a language.
it is just a language.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, Manoj. Thank you so much for enlightening all of the viewers as well. We have
Yes.
come up to, let's just sum up the entire thing. So, anyone who is aged between 6 to 7 can start learning coding. Then, mathematics, basic knowledge of numbers is required, complex knowledge is not required. And a lot of you need to be creative in order to learn coding, and not only just coding, creativity is required for every platform and every stream that you choose. And last but not the least, coding is just another language,
Language. Yes.
numbers maybe, or maybe a common tongue, so that you understand the commands, but is simply to put, it is just a form of language. So thank you
Great.
so much, Manoj.
Yeah.
I hope
Thank you. Thank you.
are also happy with all the input. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for calling me here and allowing me to speak. Maybe it's for the third show, we'll come and show a little bit of more creativity in coding.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.